Naples man learning his fate in court after he was convicted of shooting and killing his neighbor last year. 62-year-old Robert Moulton pleaded no contest to second-degree murder for killing his 41-year-old neighbor after an argument. 4 in Your Corner's Carl Fortier speaking with the prosecutor and a friend of the victim who says justice has been served.
Well, it was 1 year ago this week that a long-standing feud between neighbors erupted in gunfire that left Sergey Chepchugov dead at the hands of Robert Moulton. This morning, Moulton learned that he will spend most of the next 3 decades in prison.
We feel it's basically a life sentence for him, and we discussed it with the victim's wife, and she agreed with us.
Assistant State Prosecutor James Stewart says Robert Moulton's 30-year sentence for the shooting death of Sergey Chepchugov makes it unlikely that the 62-year-old convicted killer will ever get out of prison. He says the plea deal was acceptable to the victim's wife.
She wanted to make sure he wasn't going to get out again, and we told her that it's very unlikely he'll make it out of prison with this sentence, so she was satisfied with that.
Moulton was accused of shooting Chepchugov in May of 2014 following a backyard argument about Moulton's barking dog. An affidavit says surveillance video from the Moultons captured the argument, in which Moulton's wife Deborah screamed for her husband to, quote, get him. 2 gunshots are heard, and as Robert Moulton is seen walking back to his house, Deborah asks if he killed him. He says yes. Stewart says the defense was moving to have that video excluded from trial, but the no contest plea made that a non-issue. Meanwhile, Chepchugov's family friend Lisa Archangelskaya says the sentence brings some measure of justice.
Justice, yes, of course. Is it closure for the family? Probably not. You know, the real justice is determined elsewhere.
She says Chepchugov had a good heart and loved the outdoors, and that he made a lasting impact on his friends and family with his kindness and subtle sense of humor.
He will be missed very much. I just always keep his wife and daughter in my prayers, and they are incredibly strong people, so I know they will be fine.
Now, Robert Moulton's wife Deborah has also been charged with second-degree murder for her role in the killing, but was recently found incompetent to stand trial by a doctor. Stewart says she'll likely remain in a state mental health hospital until she's found competent to proceed. In Naples, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, in your corner.